office hours, a dedicated time where you can get insights and answers directly from the experts. I'm your host, Rumesa, and today I'm excited to be joined by Amit, our expert engineer. Welcome, Amit.
Thank you so much, Rumesa. Nice to join you in this. And hopefully I'll be of some use to our users.
Yeah, for sure. You'll be diving deep into our users' queries and guiding us through, some complex topics, I believe.
Yeah, let's hope I'm able to do those. Fingers crossed.
Okay. Yeah. Without further ado, let's get started. I think we can start directly with the questions of Sean. If you have any questions, we can start with yours. Stage is yours.
Thank you. One of the things I was looking to try to implement is a hashtagging feature. I don't know if it requires custom code, but I believe with Facebook, it may, upon creating a hashtag and a subject, it may change colors to reflect. The post will save the hashtag topic. So I was wondering what suggestions you have to implement that, or what Draftbit components or process I should look at.
So let me break down this question. So first of all, I think there are going to be two parts for this. One would be the entire backend portion of it, right? So you'll have to handle that stuff in the backend, which might primarily be associating a hashtag with your post, and then trying to link those things together, right? So if there are multiple hashtags, so each of them will be a separate entity in your backend, and all of those are going to be foreign ID linked. So there's going to be a foreign ID connection with your post. So that's how you'll be knowing what hashtag belongs to what post. So that is the backend portion of it. So now coming to the front end portion of it, you're talking about changing colors for a post based on a hashtag, or if you can go deeper into that.
I think changing the color of the hashtag, right?
Correct, and I was going to
Just the
try
hashtag, right?
Yeah, correct.
Okay. So depending, so the question now comes in. The input from the user is just going to be, is it just going to be a separate input component where you're just asking users to enter words which get automatically transferred to hashtag, or the user has to enter the hash character as well?
The user would have to use the hashtag.
Great. So we can kind of do it using the split function, right? It's going to be custom code, but we'll have to try to use our custom code, custom function along with this array split function. Let me see if I can quickly demo this. I'm trying to share my screen. And there are a bunch of things open on my front end. Let's just try to see. All right. Let me know if you see my Google tab, the Google Chrome tab.
Yes, I can see it.
Yeah, awesome. So let's just go in to my personal workspace. Do this. Let's just create something. Sample app for OH. This is just going to be hashtags for us. Let's just go in. We'll need one big container just to contain everything. Let's just add in a text input. We'll ask users to enter our hashtags. And we need a place where we are displaying this, right? So this is going to be a list, because yeah, we'll be displaying a list of items from an array. And we would need, say, text. Yeah, text would be good for this. So now we would need a string variable which is going to hold our array of hashtags, right? So let's just try to not be very innovative here and just use hashtags array. It's just going to be a string array. Let's just initialize this with an empty array value. So now a list is going to be associated with hashtags array. And let's just get this to the center. It's flex of 1. Input is here. Okay. So what's going to happen is when we start entering values in here, what we'll be doing is on change text delayed, we'll be running a function. So as soon as the user stops typing, that's when we'll try to figure out if the entered values have a comma between them. So it's going to be a comma separated values kind of thing. So let's start entering those. We'll be having, okay, let's just call it create array. Let's start looking for, it was called text input value, right, Ramesa? The text input that we had.
Yes.
Text input dot split, and this is going to create an array of things. So let's just have this here, const tags equal to this. So now this is going to be our tags. Now we'll have to only have those values which already have a tag in them, right? So we'll have to discard the others which don't have that hashtag input, the hash character in it. So let's just try to do that. So tags dot for each item. Now what we need is, we had our hashtag arrays and we need to put these values in there. So item tags for each, and we'll only be adding that here. We'll also need a local array, new array. I'm not being very innovative with the names, but yeah, these will get the things done. So tags are for each item. Item dot includes hash. Only if the item includes hash, that's when we'll be adding it to our array. It's a new array dot push item. Else, it's just going to be nothing. So let's just have null here. Won't matter. So this is what's going to happen, and in the end, what you'll be doing is set hashtag array. So this is our string variable called hashtag array, and we'll be just putting these values in there. So it's going to be new array. Oops, new array. Let's just see if this works. This is assigned to hashtags array. We would need some value here. So let's just add, say, tag and assign it to a list item. And we need this to be separate color, say. So let's just give it primary, say Poppins, say 16. And what we need is on this, on change text delayed. Let's just try to run that function. Let's hope everything works in the first go. Let's see. Moment of truth. So hashtag hello. Hashtag here. Didn't work for some reason. Let's see what happened here. If this is this, oh, it did not have that. So what we need is, it was looking for an extra space, which we didn't have. Let's try to do it again. And also, just as a debugging mechanism, let's just add console.log to see if we're even getting those values properly over here. It is text input value. And let's make sure that our input is actually called text input value. Yeah. So that's that. Hashtag. Hello. Here. Oh, set hashtag. Oh, I miss. I missed here adding a plural. It's has set hashtags already, so it was not even able to find our string variable. So that's why we were having this error. Let's try this again. Hashtag. Hello.
Yeah, it appears.
Hashtag. Here. So this is how you'll be able to get this done.
That was awesome. Thank you for showing that.
And if there's nothing there, no hashtag, it's not going to appear. Great. Any other questions related to this, Sean?
No, I thought you demonstrated it perfectly. Thank you so much.
Awesome.
But the biggest part would be, populating those and relating with the posts in the backend, right?
Yes. So what's needed to be happening here is all these hashtags would then need to be stored in the backend as depending on the structure that Sean has, he'll be needing to do this as separate items, and these items would then be related to this. And if these hashtags are going to be across multiple posts, then Sean will have to first find out if a similar hashtag already exists. Then not creating a new hashtag, but linking that instead. So if suppose we are sending hashtag hello, hashtag there, but hello already has a previous hashtag stored in the backend, and that is linked to say 10 other posts. So when someone tries searching for hello, we should see all these 10 posts along with the new one that just got created. So then hello is now going to be associated with the new post that the user in Sean's app create.
Yeah.
I hope that's making sense.
Yeah, absolutely. What about you, Sean?
In terms of other questions?
I mean, it sounds very complicated for me, for sure.
Yeah.
Right? The backend.
No, but I think he did a top level explanation. At least it gives me a basis for where to kind of start the process. So I appreciate that.
Oh, awesome. Good to hear that.
Do you have any other questions, Sean?
The only other issue that comes to mind is when I use the Draftbit map component, I'm trying to use the map marker call out to display an icon, but I don't know that I'm following the workflow correctly, because when I try to add a view container, it's truncated, for example, or it clips a portion of the icon I'm trying to use. So if there's a way to demonstrate the proper use of the callout, that would be appreciated.
Oh, so is it clipping your actual icon? Like, is it clipping it by a lot, or what exactly is happening? Did you try increasing the size of the callout as well, or?
I just don't know that I'm doing it correctly. It's clipping 3/4 of my view component,
Okay.
and also it's not letting me resize it. So I think I'm just fundamentally using it wrong.
Let's see if I can. I've not used the callout component a lot, but let's give it a try. Let's see. Let's create a new screen instead. So let's do the same things. Container. A container is going to have a map. Map is going to have a map marker. Map marker will have map callout. So let's see what exactly happens in this case. The map is not loading for us for some reason. There it is. Map marker, we would need some specific data in San Francisco over here. Do we have any default values for San Francisco?
No.
Let's see. Anywhere here. That long. So we got 37,749 north and 122,4194. Map marker, let's go there. Latitude, this, 122,4914. Have we seen anything, or did I mess that up? 4194. 122,4194. Are we seeing it? Or did I switch it?
No.
Does it have to go in the other direction? 122,4194. Ah, let's zoom in to see our map marker. Where's the marker going? Let's remove this. Let's remove this. This and this. San Francisco.
I think we should. It's on San Francisco, right? It should show up there. Maybe update the map location.
It should show up here, 122.4194. We're just giving a lat long value, and if it's for San Francisco, at least we should see something here. Maybe this, but this should only come up.
You should just maybe include in map view component as well, the initial latitude, longitude.
Yeah, let's try to do that. 37 this, and 122.4194. But it's taking us to somewhere in South Korea. Let's see if this is what's happening. If I'm just somehow switching up the lat values. Let me show this. Trying to refresh. It doesn't like this value. So, am I doing something wrong here? Yeah, I definitely am doing something wrong. So it is minus 122. That's fine. So let's do this. Minus 122.4194. Let's see. Does this fix it? Yeah. So that's, there you go. Map marker. Also, it has to be a minus. Minus 122.4194. Let's hope it shows up now. Yep, there you go. And we need a map callout. Sean, can you help me with the structure that you had? So you had a view.
Correct. And then I was trying to add a button component. And for some reason, the view container itself would not resize based on various dimensions.
Okay, let's see. Huh. So we are seeing this, and this was in a particular preview, maybe iOS, Android, or were you experiencing this in the web preview itself?
In both the preview and my Draftbit, or both the web preview and the Draftbit preview.
Okay.
I think that's something maybe specifically for height and width for the view component.
I'm sorry,
Sean, did you have any? Did you have a defined height or width for your view?
Yes, I was trying various dimensions as I was saying, but it wouldn't refresh or wouldn't
Uh,
adjust. So maybe I'll just
okay.
try it again based on what you're
So
demonstrating.
yeah, so your view only had a button or some other text as well?
I was trying to add other components,
Mm-hmm.
but I was stuck on just trying to get the view container to size properly. So I kind of was limited to just adding the
Okay.
button at that point.
It is kind of doing this, but I'm not sure. Let's see if it will do it. It's kind of resizing it. So,
It probably was, the way I was, trying to implement
uh-huh.
the use of the call out. So now that you're showing me it works, I'll be able to refer to this video going forward.
Okay. Please try it. And if you still face any issues, just let us know. If you could just create a Loom video or a recording of what you're experiencing, that's going to help us as well.
Okay, will do. Thank you again for demonstrating that also.
Yeah. Awesome. Yeah, it's working in iOS review as well. So I
And
think it
resizing.
should work.
Probably layout issue then.
Yeah, most likely.
Okay, Sean, do you have any other questions to ask Amit?
No, I appreciate you fielding both of those pressing issues that I'm currently dealing with. So thank you again. I'm really
You're welcome.
impressed every time you take the questions on the fly and are able to resolve it right then and there. It's incredible to watch.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Okay, then we can continue with other questions, Amit.
Yeah, let's do that. So,
Okay, there is one question. One user, actually, there's a bunch of users asking for it. It's about font size consistency.
okay.
So how can you prevent the app's text from scaling with the user's font settings in general? I mean, how to lock in our desired font sizes for functional design.
Yep, we have experienced this in the past as well. So some of the users, they have these accessibility settings on, so that kind of, or maybe even zoom on in their devices. So that what that does is uh, all the apps are kind of zoomed in. So I believe what the users want is, even if those settings are on, even if the accessibility setting is on, even if the zoom is on Android devices or something else, the font sizes should remain the same, right?
Yes.
Otherwise, yeah, if it's kind of a big word within a small, maybe a view, the entire styling becomes wonky. The text
Yeah.
goes to the second line, maybe something else happens, it overflows the container, and that doesn't really look good. So recently what we did was we kind of introduced something that deals with this, right? So let's see if I can open that. Let's go here. There's a global setting for this that you can find in the settings panel. You'll have to go to advanced.
We're just seeing San Francisco right now
Ah,
in the browser.
sorry about that.
Good
Let me go
window.
back and stop sharing. Let me share again. Sample app for OS. I'm so sorry about that. Yeah, let me know once you see my app.
Yes, we can see it now.
Awesome. So what we need is you'll have to go to your settings panel for your application. In the settings panel, you'll have to go to advanced. In advanced, what you can see is for styling, we've got allow font scaling. So once you toggle this to false, this will take care of all your text elements. So your text inputs, text and everything will now have this property of allow font scaling to false. So even if the device has those accessibility settings or the zoom is on the device, the font sizes won't change.
So it will be ignored?
Yes, it will be ignored.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, and we have apps in production that already use this, and it's working for them.
Oh, that's cool. I didn't know that. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, and the next question is about custom blocks. So we need
Okay.
kind of a demo for
Mhm.
accessing and utilizing the screen variables when working with custom blocks in general.
It will depend on what exactly does the user want to do in this case. Like, do we just want to access the values, or do we want to change the values as well?
Change, updating, yeah. Changing, updating the
Okay,
state.
so remind me, Ramesh, do we have that feature on for all users right now, the callback feature, or is it still
I
not
don't
released for
think
everyone?
not released. I think it's not released yet.
Okay, so we can kind of demo this feature then. For the time being, the easiest way then would be to use global variables instead of screen variables for everyone who doesn't have this feature enabled, right? So it's going to be released in a few days, but by that time, till that time, what can happen is we can still do it using global variables. So what I'll do is I'll try to do a demo using both, and that can kind of act as a future tutorial for when the callbacks are announced.
Okay, that's great.
Right.
Sean,
Yeah.
by the way, you raised your hand. Do you have a question?
Yes, I wanted to know if in the custom block feature, there may be implementation of saving the actions behind the save blocks, because right now I'm having to, add all the actions that I have within my blocks as I paste it.
Mm.
Um, I didn't get this. Like, what exactly is happening with you,
I
Sean?
think
Let me just
he
stop
saved
sharing.
some custom blocks, but the actions are not saved.
Exactly. Thank you.
Or while saving it for the first time, or when you're trying to duplicate your block after creating the first block?
After duplicating it.
Got it. The duplication has some issues. Yeah, we kind of have, like, we have taken note of this, and there is some work going on behind the scenes trying to make sure that the duplication process will work flawlessly. Thanks for reporting this. And our team is working, trying to get this fixed.
Okay, great. Thank you for that update.
Awesome. Let's continue with this. Let's create, say, we would need a block and a value on the screen. So let's go to the hashtag screen. Let's kind of hide this and this. Let's have a simple view. Let's have a text in this view. And let's give this a default value, say display. And let's have, say, a value here, which is going to be by default hello. Say hello world. Let's save this. Let's do this. Display is going to be display text. So we should see hello world over here. And let's do the same with a global variable, say an app variable that we'll be calling display text. Hello. Oops. Sorry about that. This is going to go here, and we'll be having hello world here, and nothing here. Let's add this where it is. Let's duplicate this. So that display text is coming in from string variable. This is going to come in from our global variable. And now let's create this as a block. So let's say custom block, display text, Yes. So now we have this over here. Let's see. First, let's give this a background color of white.
Hello, Deborah. Welcome.
Hello. Thank you. Assalamualaikum.
Hey, that's it. And what we need is, let's go back to the screen. Let's go to hashtags. Let's remove this and let's add our block. This is going to be display text. So we've got hello world, and the second one, we can't see the second one for some reason. Let's see. This is display text, and this is display text. And let's see, maybe we don't have a block variable. We do have a block variable, but it doesn't have a value. That's why we're not seeing anything over there. But we need this to be controlled by the value coming in from the screen, right? So let's change this. We would need a property. So we need two properties, by the way. But we can avoid using the second one because that's a global variable. So let's just use one property. So let's say display text. This is coming in as a block property. And let's give it a default value. Say hello users. And let's map it here with the block property. Hello users. We don't need this block variable over here. Let's just delete this because we are already having that on the screen. And what we'll need to do is, let's go here. We need to pass in a value. So we'll be passing in our display text. Let's go to our block once more. We would need a way to change this value. So let's just add a button over here. Let's say a button. We'll be calling this something else. Let's say change values. And what's going to happen here is the easiest way that I told you guys about is using the global variable, right? Right now, we don't have callbacks enabled for everyone. So using a global variable to pass between blocks and changing the value would be the easiest way to do it. So let's just try to do that here. Say, we'll name this as changed from block, that value over here. So as soon as the button is pressed, we should see that change to change from block. Let's go to this. Let's do this. So that would be the easiest way to do it. So now this kind of becomes the de facto way, using a global variable with a block. But this is not the best practice. So we at Draftbit are coming with another way to do it using callbacks. And callbacks are kind of what usually are used when we are passing functions and passing setters to components. So blocks in by default are components that we're using, right? So let's go in and try to demo that as well. So what's going to happen in this case is, if you see on the screen, we are having an fx thing here. The fx in programming nomenclature denotes a callback, a function basically. So let's call it. So we are making this new property a function, which is going to be a callback now. Change value. Let's just call it change value. And it's not going to take any parameters here. Yeah, it's not going to take any parameters. We can supply any parameters that we want, but right now we won't require any parameters. And let's go back to the screen because we need to create a function here. Let's come in, say change display value. We have our screen function, screen variable named display text. So the setter for that will become set display text. So set display text is going to become, let's Okay, just to make it more interesting, let's just pass a value to it, because then we can pass any value from that function, say val, and we'll just use that val and set it here. So a value comes in, that value is passed, and there that is. So change value here, we are seeing it. This is a function. So we can now select a function from here. So change display value, and it requires a parameter, as we can see. So we do not have to pass anything from here because this is something that we're just passing. And this just means that this function requires a parameter. So now we'll have to go back to our block. Let's go here and make sure that we have a parameter here. So what we are doing is we are defining the structure for the function that's coming in. So a function is coming in that requires a parameter. We can name it anything over here. Ultimately, it's going to be mapped to the function that we have. Let's go back to the button on press. We are already setting the display text, which is a global variable. Now let's run a custom function. And this custom function, you can see we have a callback prop, right? So the property that's coming in to the function, to the custom block, that becomes props dot whatever is coming in. So in this case, the function is props dot change value. Let's do it. And we define the val as a parameter that's required. Let's do that. So let's say screen variable changed from block. Let's give it this value. I hope everything is mapped. Let's go back to our screen. Let's try to see if this works. So this bottom thing should change as well as the top one. Let's try it. So change from block is the global variable, screen variable change from block. Pardon the silly typo, but yeah, it works.
That's great. So in custom block, we actually define the structure of the function comes in from our
Yes.
screen, right? According to
Yes.
that structure, we created a screen function, and from there, we updated the screen variable.
Absolutely, yes. So just going through it again, we have a function that will be passed as a callback. This function requires a value, and it can be anything, right? So this value is just so that if there is something that you need to pass from your custom block, say there is an API call or there's an input, so now you can use that and pass that value in as well. So that value comes in, and this is a setter function that is automatically created for any screen variable that we create. The display text will have a set display text. Hashtags array will have a set hashtags array. Text input value has a set text input value. So just using that set display text, we are just changing the value of the screen variable. And this gets passed in as a callback. And this callback feature, just reiterating, is going to be released in a few days. We are just ironing out some kinks that it might have. We just want to release a feature that is working 100%, and it will soon be announced and released in the coming days.
That's great. Thank you, Amit.
Awesome.
Yes, we have Deborah here. Deborah, do you have any specific questions to ask Amit? You're
Hey, Deborah.
unmuted.
Oh, you're on mute,
Can you hear
Deborah.
me?
Yeah, I can.
Okay, hello, thank you, Amit. And I have the same question. I don't know if you remember about the production of Google. I'm in the Google developer portion now, and I am trying to figure out the next step. Where
Okay.
I am is the releases. It gives me, that's why I was trying to find it. It gives me the option where, where you can go to the next step to promote this release. It doesn't give me all of the options to do that. It's like the bottom two are grayed out. And I'm trying to, let me see, is it on the release details? Yes, here it is, promote release. Okay, so close testing, it shows, then it says open testing. And when it won't let me click on it. It says track already has a draft release, and the production, it says it already has a track release, already a draft
Yes.
release. So can you tell me what I need to do to what I'm missing, that is not properly going to, or did I give you enough information to kind of figure out what I'm missing?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, let's see. You can click on your production and testing track, right? So if you can go in there, you would see that there are already releases that are going out to the public, right? So you'll have to demote those first, and then you can promote a new build. So once you go in to that production track and your testing track, so internal testing group, or if it's an open testing group, once you go in, you would see that there is a build already.
You can share your screen if you like.
Okay, all right. So there's nothing, any data or anything that would be a challenge here. Let's see.
We can crop that part if you like
Okay,
while uploading.
okay. Where in the world? Let's see. Let's get this. Okay, so it's an option at the bottom. I'm trying to get my toolbar to move out the way. There it is. Okay. Which one is the share screen? The little arrow? In the
Yes.
box?
Arrow pointing towards up. Yep.
Okay. Okay. Let's see. And then I have to select a tab. I'll just say window. Okay. Okay. You can see my screen?
Yes. Thank you so
Yes.
much.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so there it is there.
We are still seeing your Google Meet window.
Are you? Okay. Let me stop sharing and try it again. If I could just get this out of the way. This, let's see. Turn on caption, send a reaction, present now. Okay. All right. So what I did was I chose the window. I guess I should do entire screen or,
Yep,
Yeah,
that
you
would
can
work.
share your entire screen.
okay. So I don't know why. Okay. So you see my, let me go back over here now.
Yes, we can see your screen.
Okay. Very good. Can you see it now?
Awesome. Yes, we can.
Thank you. So here I am on internal testing, and this is what I was referring to.
Okay. So now,
Mhm.
time to download is 27 seconds. Can you click on close testing alpha?
Okay.
Not that one. Oh. Okay.
There is no release
Yes.
on this track. Open testing.
Okay.
Let's check the tracks, right? So do we have something here?
Okay.
Yeah, discard release. So if you discard your release on the right hand side,
Right here. Okay.
there is a draft release. Yes. So if you discard
Okay.
this one, and you
Okay.
already had something else in the production as well, right? You said.
Yes.
So is it being used by people right now? Is it being
No,
downloaded?
it's just still in the testing portion.
Great.
Mhm.
So you can kind of discard this release as well. So this 1.7.0, that's your draft release that you can discard from here.
Okay.
And then you can try promoting your builds.
Okay, so let me see. What did I do? Details. Okay, promote.
This one is
Oh,
1.5.0.
okay. So now, okay, alhamdulillah, I go to open testing now. Okay. And so do I need to, you can
You can
tell
either
I'm
upload a build.
completely, this is my first time, so just treat me like, elementary, pre-K,
Yes.
preschool. So,
So I'm not sure what's your latest build. Is 1.5.0 your latest build, or are there more builds in your uh,
okay, how would we find
repertoire?
that out? How would we find
On
that
the
out?
left hand side, there is an app bundle explorer as well, uh, down there in the list.
Okay.
Let's see. So 1.7.0 from March 28. That's the latest build, I think.
Uh-huh.
So if you click on the right arrow,
And it's showing
see,
inactive. Mhm.
yes.
Okay.
So let's go down. Let's see.
Scroll down, you said?
Yeah. Let's scroll down.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a while since I've used the Google Play console, so I'll try to help you to the best of my knowledge.
Okay.
Is there any button?
Uh,
I don't.
I think I see something about that's just from you guys. That's all I see.
Okay, got it.
That's from Google
So
Meet, I mean. Mhm.
yeah, let's go to the open testing then. Let's try to promote a track. Promote it to a track.
Okay. So do
Uh,
we do internal testing or open? Because that's where I have been.
yes. So it all depends on where exactly you have users. So we usually do internal testing. So
Uh-huh.
it
That's
depends
what
on
I
your
was.
use case.
Yeah, I think I was doing internal testing. That's when we send I send an email to invite people.
Yes. So you
Uh-huh.
can add people to your internal testers list and they'll get an email.
Right.
Or as soon as you release, you have a new release, they'll get an email, or you can send an email with a link as well. Up to you.
Okay, so I've done that. I've sent out the email.
Mhm.
So do I need to, okay, so now this is saying it's grayed out
Oh,
again.
you'll have to add a new one, right? Because this one is still 1.5.0. You can
Okay.
create a new release, maybe, or we can pause
So
track as well.
let me
Let's try to create a new release.
okay.
Where does it go? It's been a while.
Okay.
Uh, let's add from library.
All right.
We'll have to add from library, right? We already have a build, so we don't need to upload an AAV file. We
Okay.
already have
So add from library. Okay.
1.7.0.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So this, yep, the first
This one here. Okay. All right. And it should be something for me. Go back.
there has to be a button somewhere.
Yeah.
Click on.
So let me see. I can't get rid of this toolbar down here.
You can try to zoom out. Yep. Oh, that's weird.
Don't see it. Maybe I need to highlight. Let's see. Add from library. So I click on it and maybe just close out. No, didn't do it.
It's not allowing you to do it. Add app bundle from binary. There has to be a
It might
button.
be
Let me
hidden
check.
under this.
You can stop. You can try to stop sharing and then see if you get that option.
Okay. Oh, it
Let us
still
know if
did.
you see it.
It didn't. I didn't see anything.
Huh, that's weird.
Mm-hmm.
So
Does it let you to tap the version directly? Maybe just tapping the option
Okay.
would
It
pull
does.
out.
It does, and it puts a check box there.
mhm.
And if I X out, it doesn't show that it's there. that it's been added.
Okay,
Mm,
that's weird.
Yeah. Maybe a browser issue.
Could be, or yeah, I'm just trying to see. I've got multiple bundles in my own internal testing thing, so having a bundle already wouldn't create an issue. There has to be bundles have been retained, edit release details, recovery tools. That's it. I'm just trying to take a look at my own console that I have here.
mm-hmm.
This, if you open this, downloads, the delivery, don't see anything here apart from just having this. If I view track, view release details, latest release this, testers, show summary, there's a promote release, there's a close testing, open testing, show summary. That's it. If I click pause track, can you try pausing the track for this and then trying to add something?
Okay, let's see. So pause track would be, where is that? I've seen that before.
In internal testing, you'll see that on the top.
Okay, now I see a draft in here. Okay, that must be the one we just tried to create, I guess. Okay.
Yes,
So,
you'll have to discard that as well.
okay, let me do that. Okay. Okay, all right. I see pause track,
Mhm.
pause test tracking, or
Yep.
testing track.
There is a button at the bottom with one app bundle selected and cancel and add to release. I think you're not seeing that. That comes up right at the bottom of the screen for
Okay.
me. Do you see that?
Let me see. Once you pause the track, it showed up, you're saying?
I didn't test it, to be honest, before that, so
Okay.
can't really say, but I'll
Okay.
just show you how it looks. This
Maybe
is how it looks.
someone can tell me. I haven't had time to Google this this toolbar that's in the way. It's stuck. It won't move out of my way. Someone on here can tell me how to get it out of the way.
Yep, there is a way to do it. You'll have to make sure
Yeah,
that you hide that toolbar.
yeah, I'll figure it out. It's just started sticking. At first, it would just come when I, toggle down there, but now I'm just doing that. So, you're saying, let me come back over here so I can see what you did. Okay.
Yeah.
See right there. Yeah, I've seen those before.
Yes.
Okay, so
So this is exactly what I did. I just clicked on add bundle, clicked on
and
app
that
bundle
came up.
here.
Okay.
Yeah.
We
As soon as
didn't
we do
even
this,
see. Right.
yeah, so it's hidden behind your toolbar. So that's exactly what's happening. You're not able to scroll down.
Yeah,
That's a
because
weird thing.
that's even when but it looked like it
That's
would have
it.
shown when I shrunk the screen. Okay. Well, I'll just try to figure it out. I don't want to, because I
Awesome.
know it's time to wrap up here. Let me see. So we went to internal testing. Let's see. And then we went to add a new release, create a new release. Okay.
Yes.
And then from my library, yeah, it should be right up under here, but I look like I still should be able to see it when I reduce the screen, but maybe not.
For some reason, I guess the styling is such that it
Yeah,
is
it
sticking
stays
to
to
the
the
bottom of the
bottom.
screen.
Okay, I'll figure that out. Now, once I do that, once I add that, you're thinking this will allow me to go to the next step of
Oh, yes, it will.
okay. And so once I do that step, then I follow the prompts all through that. Is it going to tell me the next thing I need to do?
Oh, yes. So what's going to happen is if there are any errors or any warnings, you'll see that you can most likely ignore the warnings. You'll have to fix those errors. Once those errors are fixed, you'll have to save and publish. And also even once everything's done, you can still add people to your internal testing group. So
Okay.
you'll have a list of people that you can have in your internal testing group.
Okay.
You can get their IDs, their Google IDs, and they will release an email, or you can send them a testing link, and they should then be able to follow that link, get that screen where they'll get a message saying, okay, this is a beta release, and you can still download this on your device. You won't find this in store, and yada yada yada. That's all simple messaging, and then they can install this, test it on their device, and that's it.
And that's it. So once all that's done, once they do that, then when is it actually on where someone can just pick up their phone and go to the Google Play Store and download it?
It will depend on some policies, right? I think there are some new policies by Google where they need, I think, 20 people testing the app or something. They recently did that. So you would need 20 people to test that app. And once that's done, you'll have to promote this to production, to the production track. And that's when the people from Google are going to review your app and let you know if there are any issues. You'll have to mend that. Make sure you've got your privacy policy linked.
Yeah, I
and all
gotta
of that
fix
is in
that.
order. Yeah.
I gotta fix that. I was like, okay, I'm gonna take care of that, and they got to me before I could get to it. So I got the email that I've got to get it done or it'll be deleted.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now with Apple, I finally got. It was a challenge getting. You can't pay on the desktop. I had to pay. It was better to pay through the app. Anyway, that's done. The video, Remesa, is it step by step? Is that a little bit more fluid than the Google Play portion? Because I'm going to go through the steps of the Apple and
Which video? Did I send you a video tutorial about it?
I found one on Office Hours. I think it was an Office Hours from YouTube. I found, and he had a part of the Google Play, and then he was also doing.
Of course, they are different in terms of their policies, but they always update their policies. And as far as I remember, it was like 2 or 3 months ago. There might be some changes in their policies, but in general flow, yes, you can follow that tutorial, the office hours.
Okay,
sure.
all right. So I'll go back to that.
Yeah, if you encounter any issues, you can just write me or post in a community.
Okay.
Or reach out from support chat. We're happy to help.
Okay, thank you very much. All right, I appreciate your time, Amit.
Happy to help you.
Thank you for joining.
All right, thank you. Eid Mubarak, Rumesa.
Eid Mubarak.
Eid Mubarak to you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you, Amit. Okay, I think it's almost done, right?
Should we
it's
tackle
been an
that?
hour already.
Yeah, it is. So should we tackle that location thing or not?
Which one? Referencing location of objects? If you have time? Yes, for sure. Let's go.
So let's read out the question so that people know exactly what we're talking about while I'm trying to share the screen.
Yeah, sure. Just a minute. So Colin was asking about, he has a component, like a touchable component, and he liked to press on that touchable component using a long press trigger and get the location of the thing he pressed in reference to the screen, like saying the exact location 100 point to 180 point. Yeah, is this possible?
I'm not sure about the long press part of it because I'm not. I don't know if we have long press on the pressables and touchables, but I think we do have that on the buttons, right? So we can try with that as well.
Yeah.
So let's see. Let's have a view. But just to be clear, this is going to be done using custom code because right now we don't have that functionality within the builder. because what this requires that event thing that needs to be passed to the function. So that's right now not there, like the event handler thing. That's not right now not built in the builder, but we can try to do that using custom code. So let's do it. Let's see. So we'll have a view. The view will have a x of 1. Everything should be centered. Let's do that. And let's try to add a button. So the button would then have a long press. So right now, let's just do something so that we've got this code, right? Because we want to extract this code and then use it as a custom code. So just for that, there's nothing. Do we have a screen variable here? Nothing. So let's just give it a value, say value string, so that we have this. So set variable value 1. So what we need is basically just a generated screen code for this, because we would need to create our own custom code for the button. So let's just go in, copy all of this. This is our export code block. So export code and all of that there. I'm just being lazy trying to copy it from there. We can always build this directly from scratch, but let me just go in, component, this thing. I'm just trying to save some time over here. That's it. Nothing more than that. Screen location screen will go away. Let's say custom. This is this. We'll need to do an export here because we just got one item here. And props the theme. We don't need the screen. This thing. We don't need the screen container here as well. So we got a view. To be honest, we don't need the view as well. Let's remove the view. This view as well. We need a button, and that's it. There you go. This thing, and import view from React Native. We don't need that. We just need the button and this thing. Let's remove this. Do we need the width theme? We don't. Just need the button from Draft UI, and there you go. So now what we need is the thing that I was talking about, Mesa, is this. So on line 23, if you see the on press thing, and on long press, right? So we don't have the event handler being passed to this. So we need that over here. So let's try to create our own function which will handle this. So const handle press, it's going to take the event, and what we need is we need the values, right? So console.log, say e.native event dot we got page x and e.native event dot hy. Hopefully I'm getting this right. Let's do this. So it's going to be e, and let's remove all of that. We don't need this because that's just extra fluff right now. Let's just do handle press, and we need to pass this event handler to this. So there you go. Let's see if we can do this. So let's rename the button as well while we're at it. Say press me. Let's save this, close. Let's remove this. Let's add the custom code that we just built. And what we need is a component. It's called component.custom, I think. Custom. And what we need is theme equals props.theme. We need this. There you go. So we got the button here. Let's take a look at the console log. Let's remove all of this. Hopefully it will work. Set value is not defined. Oh, I have something extra that doesn't need to be here. Okay, the on press thing. There you go. That should fix it. Let's remove this. Refresh. Is it refreshed? e.native event.pagex, e.native event. On long press. Oh, we have to long press, and I'm just pressing.
Yeah.
There you go.
Oh, there you go. Wow. That's cool.
There you're seeing it. Yeah. And we can have this on normal press as well. And we can have this on long press. Similarly, we can use this on press for the pressables as well, and for the touchable as well. So, but I'm not sure if we have long press for the pressable and the touchable. Let's just double check. Oh, we have.
Yeah,
So,
we have.
yep, it's just going to work.
Oh, that's cool.
Yep, it's going to work for all of these then.
So all of you did was you grabbed this screen code and
Yeah, just to
modify
save some
it
time.
at the
Yeah.
event handler.
Yes. So the only thing that we need is we just need to pass this E as that event thing, and this is going to have everything in it needed for this. So e.nativeEvent.pageX, e.nativeEvent.pageY. So this is going to give us position based on the page dimensions X and Y.
Oh, that was cool. Thank you, Emmett.
Yeah. You're
Maybe
welcome.
sometime in the future, we can have these events available
Absolutely. That would
in the
be great.
builder. Yeah. Okay, I think we can wrap up the session. What do you think?
Oh yeah, let's do that, because I don't think we'll be able to cover other things, but
Yes,
hopefully the session
maybe next
is
time.
useful for the people that are watching right now.
Yeah, for sure. I believe you have shed some light on our queries and general questions and topics that we are in general struggling about. So thank
Thank
you.
you so much.
All right. So this is the end of our session, and stay tuned for our next office hour session. And until then, keep building and testing and pushing the boundaries of the builder. And if you have any questions, please feel free to ask from community and from support chat. We are always happy to answer your questions. And happy building. See you next time. Bye.
Thank you guys. See ya.
See you.